back, everybody. Today we're going to have a little fun. We're going to take my truck, go wash it because it is filthy. Dealing with a lot of salt, a lot of post-snowpocalypse runoff from our last snowfall there, and got to get her cleaned up, stretch the legs a little bit, see what's out there. Maybe take a ride up to the Lackawanna State Park, which is not too far from where I'm at, but just to see what the snow looks like, see if anybody's ice fishing, and just get out and take a ride. So let's go and have some fun.
Time to give this old girl a bath. She is filthy. But that's Northeast winters for you. We just did a bunch of work on this that I'll talk about later, but let's get her clean. Figured I'd take the truck out for a little ride, give it a cleaning. As I showed you how dirty it was in the beginning there, but looking pretty spiffy now. Not too bad. Beautiful day out here too at the state park. Pretty nice. So I put this front bumper on here not too long ago, as well as the grill, fender flares, stuff like that. But looks pretty good. Not too bad. Just taking a drive through the Lackawanna State Park here up in Northeast PA. It's busy today. Wasn't planning on it being so busy, but figured I'd take a ride, see how it was, get the truck out, stretch her legs a little bit since it's been so cold. But pretty day out. A little warmer today than it has been. But I guess there's a winter fest or something today, but it's pretty busy and I don't really want to get around and film people and do stuff like that. So I'm gonna check another spot that we could just kind of show the lake and see what's going on here. There's a lot of people ice fishing too. But there's another spot around the turn here. We'll give it a shot. You can kind of see the people ice fishing there a little bit. Pretty cool. I hunt, I fish, but ice fishing does not look like my cup of tea. So maybe one day. Found a nice quiet spot here to try the camera out. See how everything looks. Lake's frozen over right now, so you can see a lot of footprints where people are going in and out to ice fish. But today's a little bit of a warmer day, and they're having Winterfest down at the main launch area. Pretty cool. Little field over there. But anyway, I wanted to get out and get the truck washed. As you saw in the beginning, it was pretty filthy. I mean, it's going to get dirty again by the time I get back home, but looks pretty good. Not too bad. Winters are rough on them, so try and get them cleaned up as much as I can. Always clean your cars, people. Don't let them get all salty and rusted. It's not good for them. But gunshot there. I put this front bumper on and this grill on. Kind of telling you before, a couple months ago when we had a little bit of a warm break. Same with these fender flares here. These fender flares were actually red, the same paint match as the truck, but wanted to go for a different look. And what I like about that bumper compared to like a Raptor bumper is that it's not that like flat gray, it's a nice black. And I'm actually going to take all these stripes off in the summertime once we get some warmer weather out. But not bad. Looks pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty day out today. Get out, get a little fresh air, take the camera for a walk, kind of see what's going on down there. Yeah, you can see the footprints all through there. People who are going out to ice fish, and I fish here in the summertime quite a bit, and it's really nice. It's just it's usually pretty quiet. It's hit or miss though. It's not always one where you could just go and get a good day of fishing in and maybe be able to put the fish on all the time, but pretty nice either way. My wife and I come up here a lot. I got a really big muskie years ago. You'll probably see I look a little different in there. I've lost a lot of weight since then, so I got this here turkey neck. But caught a big 48-inch muskie out of here. My wife has caught some really good bass. I've caught some really good bass. I'll put in that picture of the muskie right now. That was a really good fish. And thought I was stuck when I caught it, but turns out I wasn't. So yeah, pretty day up here. Wanted to get out of the house, get some fresh air, get ready for our big trip coming up in a couple weeks, my wife and I, and get the truck cleaned up. So not really sure where I'm gonna head next, but just going out for a ride. I need to get a mount for the truck, for the phone, or for the camera, the DJI camera, so that way I can kind of do like a time lapse while I'm driving and show how nice everything looks while I'm going through the woods here and going through the side roads. But maybe I'll do that later today. But yeah, way down there, really good fishing. There's otters in here too, actually, like river otters, I guess. I didn't know that. My buddy and I were fishing here the one day, and we were trying to get some bass on some topwater stuff, and we could hear stuff splashing, and we thought maybe the bass were eating. But when we used our phones just to zoom in to see what it looked like, and they were little river otters that were playing. So pretty neat to know they're here. Good deer population here too. A lot of guys hunt. I hear a lot of shooting in the background. There must be maybe like a rifle range here somewhere that I don't know about. So I'd have to check that out one day, because I'm always looking up for a good place to go sight in or something like that. That's local and not too far out of the way. But never hunted up here. I have some family that hunts up here, and you know, they get a deer here or there. But I typically hunt away from home just because it's the area that we know, and we've been hunting there. I mean, my dad's probably been hunting there 50 years or something by now. I'm 24, 25 years I've been hunting. So we've been going to the same areas, and we've never done this spot here. Side note, looks like there's some tracks also going through here that look like maybe some skis, so people must be doing some cross-country skiing on the water. Good on them, but no thank you. I don't want any part of that. But yeah, so let's take a little more of a walk around and then see where else we end up. So like I was saying, did a little work on the truck. Looks pretty good. New tires. Gonna take these side stripes off this summer. Some people like them. I like them when I had like the red bumper and the red flares on, but going with this, it looks too busy, and I want to take them off and just have a nice clean red on the side. I am going to leave the red stripe on the hood though, because I think that looks good, and it kind of gives the front end a little bit of a meaner look, and I think the front end looks pretty cool the way it does. I can unlock it here, and I have the 3 ambers wired in, so that way when my parking lights turn on, they turn on. And looks pretty cool. I like it. Looks tough, looks mean. You know, you get down at that angle, it looks good. So go for a walk over here. Park hours 8 a.m. to sunset. No alcoholic beverages. No wobble pops. Especially when you're out fishing. Don't want any part of that. So, all right, I think we'll wrap it up at this spot. If we don't find another spot, we'll see where we end up. Got to take the truck and get it cleaned. Back at the homestead now, but
didn't you know there was a lot going on up there today. There was a lot of the Winterfest, and there was people ice fishing and things like that. So it was just nice to get out and see what was out there. Like I said before, just getting prepped up for the big trip coming up. We were planning on flying actually for our trip in a couple weeks, but decided that better off maybe just taking the drive because we like to drive down, see some things along the way, see some different stops, and hit our Buc-ee's up that we love so much. My wife just loves Buc-ee's, so that's a pretty easy fix for her to get going there. So we're gonna drive down. It'll be fun. We'll stop and see some things. And like I said before, not gonna have the camera in my hand the whole time, but we'll definitely film some stuff so that way we can have it for for some memories to look back on and to put something up here. So again, thanks for hanging out today. Just a quick little get out and move kind of day, just on this cold wintry day. And we'll see you in the next one. See you later, everybody.